Hello guys. Welcome back to the Blender for Industrial Designer series. In this video, I will be showing you how we can texture or add materials to our objects using the shader editor and shader node. So let's go to the shading space. So I want to join this, so I'm going to right click and then join areas. Just right click, join areas, then drag this here, right click, join areas. By the way, I did the modeling of this lamp in the first video of this series. So if you would like to model this lamp, I suggest you go back to my first video and watch the steps I take in achieving this model. But if you are not a modeling guy, you don't need to watch this video. I just want to show you real quick how you can add texture using the shader editor and the nodes. So here I'm going to come here and then select shader editor, and then I'm going to start adding materials to this. Come here to the material, add a new material, and then it nodes appear here. I can add color using the base color to see what we have, but this color it's too smooth. I want to have a little bit of noise to the color, so I'll be adding in the noise texture. Before I add in the next texture, let me go and add the color ramp. So the color ramp, add color ramp, or shift A, add, shift A, add. Then I can search here. I'll just write color ramp, select the color ramp, and then drag it to the colors. So the next thing to add is the next texture, noise texture. Add the noise texture as well. And then I'm going to wait, is this the right arrangement for it? Definitely this is not the right arrangement, sorry. So now I'm going to change or influence the noise using the color ramp. So now you can see, let me show you something. So now this is the noise texture without color ramp. It brings some random colors that we don't need, and I don't have much control whether or not to give the dominant part of the colors. So I'm going to add this, and then with the color ramp, I can, like, you see when I slide this darkness, it keeps getting darker, and then it gets dark, and then the white, it's gone. But if I slide it back, you'll see that the white is it's getting bigger, and then now we have equal distribution of the white and dark. So what I can do now is add the colors that I want to add to this. So I want to make this green color, so I'm going to make this, select here, take it back to the HSV, and then bring this here, and then you see colors appears. Then I'm going to select the green color. This green is too, I'm going to make it maybe a light green, something like this. And then the color ramp, I'm going to select here also again, and then select, I'm going to use the color picker to select from this color. So this, I'm going to make it lighter by just moving this up, and then let's see if you can see noise texture taking effect. If the noise texture isn't taking much effect, I can change the scale to maybe like 50 to make it smaller, to make the effect smaller. But I still can't see much, so I'm going to make this darker, something like this, and now it's better. Then I'm going to add, shift A, I think vector, right? Not vector, input texture coordinate. I'm going to add texture coordinate. Then I'm coming Control T. Then select, after the texture coordinate, I'm going to select the, but before we use the texture coordinate, I'm going to add in mapping. So here, where is it? Where is the mapping? Is it output or colors? Converter. I think it's here, converter. Not shader, texture, vector. Here is the mapping. So I'm going to select vector. I'm going to add drag vector to vector, and then normal. And then I'm going to drag object to vector, so that I don't have to do any of UV editing. I guess what we have for now, it's nice. I'm going to make this color variation. I'm going to make it the particles tinier, or the noise. I'm going to make it smaller. But before then, let me increase this color intensity. I'm going to give this maybe like 5. Let's see, it's smaller now. Let me increase the intensity of this color and see what we have. Now something like this is okay. I want to add bump to it, to these textures. So I'm going to use the bump vector. I'm going to select this, and then I'll drag color to height, and then height to normal. So now this is way too much for the bump, so I'm going to increase the bump by dragging the distance. I'm going to drag it to, let's say, this point to 0.1. I'm okay with this. Still too much, so like 0.5. Still too much, so like 0.2. Let's say 0.5. Let me leave it at 0.5. This is okay. So now we are done with the base material. I'm going to do this part now, which is the neon. I'm going to be adding RGB light state. So I'm going to select, I'm going to, on here, on the colors, on this part, I'm just going to come here and add new material. Then I'm going to assign this material from the edit mode. I'm going to assign these faces, I'm going to assign it a new material, assign, and then I have this. All right, so the next thing I'll do is start making its own texture. So I'll add in a color ramp to control the colors that I want and how many colors I want for the RGB. Then the next thing is the next texture to add is the noise texture again. So I'm going to search noise texture. I'm going to drag the color to vector, and then I want to add in the mapping again with the texture coordinate. But this time I don't want to add them manually. There's another way I can do it by just clicking in Control T using the Node Wrangler add-on. I'll just select this and Control T, and this is what I have. So in able to do this, you have to enable for you to do this, you have to go to the edit mode and enable the add-on. So you go to preference, add-ons, and you see this is the Node Wrangler, and then you can turn it on. And then once you turn it on, and then you come here, you select Control T, it brings this out, these two components, which are very, very important when using the Node Wrangler, or sorry, the Node shader. You have the mapping and then the texture coordinate. I'm going to drag this to object. I'm going to keep it an object, and then I'm going to add one more shader, which is the separate XYZ. Separate XYZ. I'm going to add it, and then I'm forgetting one more texture, which is the I think math, right? I'm going to select the math. I'm going to leave it at add, and then already I'm having the effect already. But I'm going to have the effect, I'm going to add in the colors manually by myself. So add the color. I'm going to add red to the RGB, and then to add more colors, I can come here and say add new color stop or call to the color ramp. So I'm going to select this, and I'm going to make this again another red color. Then I'm going to add another color again, and then this time I'm going to make it green. So I've practiced this all behind the camera. That is why I am able to know which color to add next. So I'm going to select this and make it blue. Select this also, make it blue. No, select this also, make it blue. So already I have the color ramp. I have like the RGB, but I don't. You can play with it. Maybe change the direction of this. So for now, I'm going to like make this value. I'm going to make it, let's say 10. Let's see what we have. So what else? What else? What else? What else? For the, I'm going to come to the next texture and just try to see whether I can play around with something. For the XYZ, I'm going to select this to Y. Let's see what we have. I'm liking it like this. So what else? What else to do? What else to do? We'll come here to the transmission. I'm just going to add this all the way up to give it more like a glossy look. For the roughness, let's see, something like point 0.4, right? I think I like it like this. Then I'm coming here to the next texture. I'm going to select ease, I think. Yep. And then we have this little bit of RGB. The red is not showing, so you can play with this a bit to see, to bring out the red a little bit. And then we have this. All right, so now I'm going to texture the bulb part. This is the interesting part out of all the model. So now I'm going to select a new texture. I can also select new texture here. I'm going to give this an emission so that it emits light. So I'm going to give it an emission shader. So I'm going to delete the principal BDSF. We don't need it. So select emission shader. Like the emission shader, drag emission to surface, and then I'm going to add a color ramp. But before I do anything with the color ramp, let me show you the effect of the emission shader. So in order for me to use an effect, I have to come to the render view. On EV, I'm going to select this bloom. I'm going to select ambient occlusion, also bloom. I'm going to check it, subsurface, reflection, refraction. I'm also going to check it. So now look at what happens. If I come to the strength and click on 0, it's dark, and then if I move it, it keeps getting lighter to however you want to make it. but for now I'm just going to leave it at 1 so that I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to add one more texture, which is the layer width. So I'm going to add facing to it, something like this. So the layer width gives me like a separation from the edge part, something like this, to the middle part. So let's go ahead and start playing with the layer width and see what we have. It's not taking effect, so let's try B-spline and see. Now that I have B-spline, let's see if it's working. Let me try to take this to circles and see. Circles. Okay, I did something really stupid. I actually didn't connect the color ramp to the emission. So I have to select color to color, and now we have this. So let's see now. For the blend, I'm going to decrease this to somewhere like this. So now you can see the middle part of this object, it's light, and then on the other side it's dark. So I can keep playing with the blend till I have what I like. So I'm going to keep it here like this, and then for this I'm going to give it more of a like yellowish brownish look, because that's how lights kind of look like, something like this. And then I'm going to increase it to here, and now let's see here, I'm going to make it lighter, and then this is what we have. So I can also play with the blend again. Too much, something like this is okay. Or let me make this a little bit, bring it in a little bit. All right, so now we have this. I'm just going to play with this a little bit, the blend, something like this, and then I'm going to bring this back to where it used to be. So bring back the hex, and then take it somewhere close here. And yeah, already I like what I see. So this emission is, it just doesn't just emit light, but it has a bit of a separation between the lights, which how in real life lights react. So if I make this 5, it's going to be brighter. All right, so when I'm coming back here, and then I'm going to add material also to this part. So for the material, I'm going to be doing a little bit of variation with it. I'm going to change the color of the handle. I'm going to change it to another color that maybe fits green. So I'm coming here, select. So I'm going to name this base. Sorry. So I can change the color. But I still want to use the same materials that I use here. I still want to use them for the handle. So I'm coming here. So I come here, I select base. So in order for me to change the color right now, if I try to change the color of just the handle, it's going to affect the base as well. So in order for me to avoid doing that, I'm going to have to come here and new material, just click on new material, and then you see it creates a new material for me with the same name, but then it adds this 001 behind it. I'm going to name this I don't know, maybe yellow. And that's the yellow color I want to give to the handle. So I'll just come here and select yellow, bring it up, and then also use the color picker to pick from the yellow here, and then add a little bit of variation by making it maybe lighter. And then now this is what we have right now, which I think it's looking nice. For this, I'm going to increase the roughness to maybe something like, sorry, I'm going to select this, decrease the roughness to maybe something like this, which is looking really nice. And then I'm coming here, make this 2. All right, so now this is what we have. This looks more like plastic and this looks more like rubber. So for this, I'm going to just select this, Control L to link materials. So now this is having the same material to the base. For the handle, I'm going to make this have the same material to the handle. So link materials, and then this I'm going to make it green. Select link materials. So now for something like a lamp, you need a place to switch, and you need a switch icon for the place that you're going to click to switch. So this is the switch button. I'm going to select in the switch button. In order for me to add a switch button, I'll be importing an icon from outside Blender, an icon I download from Google. I think I got the icon from FreePic. I don't remember really where I got the icon from, but I can import icons. I can import image to Blender and use them. So what I'm going to do now is to import the said icon. So I'm coming here, file, import image as plane. I don't have import image as plane here, but then it means I have to enable the add-ons. So I'll come here, preference, edit, preference, add-ons. I'm going to select image, import image as plane. So now when I come here to import, you'll see a new import system, file system, which is import image as plane. So I'm going to select it, and then I'll go to the place where I have icons. Then I'm going to select my icon. So icons, which of the icon? Not here. Let me type it to be faster. Audio icon, I think. Audio icon. I'm going to be using this one. Or this, which should I use? I'm going to use this one, then import it. So now it's imported. If I move this, you see that the icon is already in Blender as a PNG. So I'm going to straighten it, decrease the size, come here. I'm going to off this so that I can see what I'm doing. Cursor to selected, and then I'm going to put this selection to cursor, but it doesn't follow the curve of this object. I want it to follow the curve. Where is it? Plane. Move it forward a little bit so that I can be seen. Is it plane? Oh, this is it. Move it forward a little bit so that I can see what I'm doing. If you want, you can leave it like this, but I want to add I want to attach it, really attach it to the switch. So I'm going to I have to add more edges to it, quads to it. Then also here add more edge loops to it. And why I'm adding more edge loops is because I want to use the modifier, which is shrink wrap modifier. So it's under deform. I come here to, where is it, shrink wrap, and then I select where I want to shrink wrap my object to. So I select shrink wrap, and then now it's really attached. It follows the curvature of the handle. That's what the screen that's the purpose of adding the shrink wrap to this. So I'm going to reduce the size a little bit, somewhere like this. This is okay. And then what next again? I'm going to put this like this. I don't like that this is black, so I want to make the white black and the black white. So I have there's a shader to do to achieve that. So I'm going to select like this, and then invert shader. This is a shader to achieve that sort of reaction. So I'm going to select it, and then now I have this. All right, so I'm going to be moving this out a bit to somewhere like this. Is it too much? Okay, so I'll come here somewhere like this to the offset. Right, so now this is nice. Should see. So now you already have a lamp with full texture. In the next video, we will be doing lighting, presenting this lamp in a nice environment and giving it nice lights to set up the mood. So thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned for the next content. If you like this video, like, and again, don't forget to subscribe. Share it with anyone that you feel needs it. Thank you for watching the video.